apparently, 1 in 12 people living in London is an illegal migrant. 1 in 12 people living in London is an illegal migrant. So there are as many as 585,000 illegal migrants making up our capital city's population. That's a new estimate that's just emerged in the last few minutes in a study commissioned by Thames Water, of all people, obtained by The Telegraph under a Freedom of Information style laws for the environment. Look at that. I mean, goodness gracious me. Zia, 1 in 12 people in the capital city is here illegally.
Well, as I was saying to you just before we came on air, when you told me that data point, you know, the tragic and sad thing about this is I'm not the least bit surprised. Anybody who has walked around London and lived in London, as I have, knows in our bones that these data points are true. We've been gaslit by the Office of National Statistics, who, by the way, let's not forget, that 1 million net migration number, and I'm just talking about legal migration here, was revised upward by 20%. 20% in the year before an election. The Tories allowed hundreds of thousands of, largely men, 90% men, to cross our English Channel illegally, come here, and what did they do? They put them up in hotels, they gave them free phones. They basically give them every possible incentive to come here and break our laws as their first act.
What do you do about that, though? So come on, then, we fast forward, and you've been very vocal, as indeed is your job, to be about Nigel Farage, next Prime Minister. So Nigel Farage inherits this. He inherits 1 in 12 people in our capital city being here illegally. What does he do? Go door to door and with a net? How does he work? How does he do it?
Well, we've been very clear that if you come here illegally, if your first act on coming here is to break our laws, you will be deported. But first of all, you need to stop the tap. So if the bath is overflowing, you need to stop the water from coming in. So the first thing Nigel will do when he becomes the Prime Minister of this country, pick up the phone to the First Sea Lord and issue an order, His Majesty's Royal Navy, to ensure that not a single unauthorised vessel crossing the English Channel makes it to the shores of the United Kingdom. It will be a humanitarian mission. Our Navy, I speak to many people at the most senior levels inside His Majesty's Royal Navy who say all they need is a political clarity. They keep using that word. Give us a political clarity. We will ensure those boats stop coming. Nobody's harmed. They are taken back to France. We need to leave the European Convention on Human Rights, replace it with a British Bill of Rights so that the rights of British citizens take precedence over the rights of foreign citizens. You do those things, those boats will stop coming.